EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Down the left sideline. He's on his way, and he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A huge play there right off the bat. 65 yards on the ground. Goff on first down. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Raiders need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Willis will look to throw on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 10.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. His throw incomplete. The Broncos at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well.
All the way home for the Broncos score. Marvin Mims, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Broncos respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 87 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, they're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL. And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss. Here is third and quite a ways. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down per minute and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense. And this will be taken at the 13. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Oh, good move. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away. On second down, Jacobs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient,
followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Now it's gone. And that's complete to Adams. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on third and short. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darius Slayton, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So this, not a stat line that you'd expect to see. 2 touchdowns for him now in the ball game, both coming on the ground.
And while it may be unusual, it's obvious they found something that they like on offense and they can use against the defense. And I think they'll continue to go to it until they stop them.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
From the 42-yard line, here's the second down and 4. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Second down throw coming by Willis. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now Willis on 1st and 10. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. 12-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the upright one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. And we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a second straight play. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Point after, right down the middle. The lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Jacobs going to try the middle, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 102 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now Goff on first down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Goff now on second down. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. Finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. The run there on first down, going to get them 5 up to the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw, Willis. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Willis. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, my goodness. He had his tight end running free down the middle. I think maybe if you don't try to go for the home run ball and just kind of get it to him, just put it on it, this play will work out. But he led him too much, and that's a tough incompletion to handle.
There he goes, left side. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Willis. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point right down the middle. They will take the 7-point lead. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Willis to throw on second. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Willis headed left off the option. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Willis. And this one complete again to Mims. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Good footwork at the 30. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 28. 114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Willis. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Shreds the tackle. They'll get it inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Willis with a quick throw out wide. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Willis on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Willis looks to pass it here. And he's going to have to hook up to Sutton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Let's go now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
Goff on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Goff. That's caught by Tucker. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. Tiger!
Goff. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
17.
Goff now looking to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. To the air again. Goff eluding the pressure right. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Goff. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
3rd and long. It's Goff. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. To throw on second down is gone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.